Hello, hello. Hmm. I think the volume is off.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Okay, Madam AI.
Hey,
Hi.
Heidi. Hello, how are you doing? Hi, Violet. How are you?
Hanging there.
All right.
Surviving. Thank God.
That's good. All right.
Miss Nina called me. I forgot. I haven't returned her call yet. Everything okay there?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, things are fine. Yeah.
Okay.
Here.
Maybe she meant to call Miss Viola and call me instead.
He
Hmm.
called me too.
Hmm.
Oh, good. No complaint, right?
Uh-uh.
Thank
No.
God.
I get no complaints from nobody.
She can complain to herself, right?
I get no complaints.
Yep.
If anything, they want me more. So,
Uh,
anyways.
we
All right.
visited her the other day and she was talking about you very highly. And I said, parents have done a good job.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm, we just smile into each other.
Yeah. But we get along very well.
That's
Just,
wonderful.
that's my lady. Anyways,
You're easy to get along anyway. So.
well, let me see. I'm going to record this session.
Mhm.
So let me record before I get started. Uh, excuse me here. This is my first, I just downloaded Zoom on my laptop, so it's my first time using Zoom on the laptop. Let me
I
see.
went into the Google and I waited for a few minutes.
Oh yeah, sorry, because I just did that really quick just to like
Uh-huh.
block the calendar as a reminder to say,
Ah,
okay.
I
But
see.
I realized, let me just use Zoom
Yeah,
because Google
yeah.
does have it, but I'm not able to record through Google since I don't have the membership yet.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Got it. Yeah, it's fine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so sorry about that confusion.
No, no, no. It's okay.
Okay, let me
I
see.
just came straight. I don't even know about Google or no Google. No.
Yeah, because the invite was through Google, the first invite.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where's my recording? Okay, there it is. Recording is on. Oh, it's already recording. Okay. All right. Okay, so in that case, it's already recording. So, anyways, so this is AI literacy for everyone. It's my first training for AI as a way to get people to understand AI, the foundations of it, and just to show you ways that you can use it to get your work done faster
Mm-hmm.
and efficiently.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to share a screen because we're going to go through this. This is a lot of information on the screen, but it'll be interactive. So if you have any questions, just feel free to, raise your hand or ask. So that way, because I'm probably going to go over some things you may not be familiar with, some you'll be familiar with, but I'll try to make it as
Can you make the print
easy to understand.
bigger?
Okay, so you can see the screen already.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yeah.
so right now you see, I guess, something that says AI literacy for everyone, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'll make the print bigger.
Mm-hmm.
Um, let's make a normal text. Let me see. Is it too big now or is it
Marie, you
But
decide.
yeah, better.
and
Better
now
than
it's like better?
I'm fine. Yeah, I'm fine.
yes. Mm.
Okay. So the objective for this training is just to, help you professionals to get familiar with AI. And there's AI is a very huge field. So what we're going to focus on is something called generative AI. So that is the one that became very popular with the application called ChatGPT that became popular. So
Mm-hmm.
generative AI is the one where people like the chat bots like ChatGPT, it can create content for you based on what you ask it. So because it can generate, that's where it comes from generative AI. It can generate content, whether it's pictures or messages
Mm-hmm.
like such as like if you wanted to help you draft an email, like you have your thoughts that you share with it and it can draft it in a way that's very formal or in any kind of tone that you want to. So that's generative AI. It can generate information or content. So that's what this one will be focused on. And the tools we're going to use the hands-on later on are ChatGPT and one that's called Notebook LM. And I chose those.
So,
Hmm?
so what's the difference between generative AI and ChatGPT?
Okay, so ChatGPT
Uh-huh.
itself is the tool. So it's a chatbot
Oh,
AI tool. So let me see. I'll explain this and then I guess I'll get head on
that's
to like
fine.
no no
Yeah.
no generative. So generative AI is a technology that it's
Okay.
a technology that the tool uses. So ChatGPT is a tool that
Uh-huh.
it's a chatbot that we can type on or speak to, where it
Uh-huh.
can help you get information. And
Okay.
then in the back end of ChatGPT, it uses different kinds of artificial intelligence and technologies
Mm-hmm.
for it to work. And one of them is generative AI. So let's say if you want to write an email and you don't
Mm-hmm.
know really how to like put in the words, but say oh, respond to like you can literally if somebody sends you an email, you can copy the whole email that they send you, paste
Mm-hmm.
it to ChatGPT and say, can you respond to this email saying that I will attend, but what's it called? I'll be there at this time, or I will attend and I will bring this, but you just don't know how to put it in words. And so it will read the message that you pasted it, and then
Mm-hmm.
it'll take into the information that you want to respond, and it
Mm-hmm.
will drop that into the way that it's really nice and clean. And you can
Mm-hmm.
ask it to make it long, make it short. So that's since it's generating information based on what you put in, that's
Mm-hmm.
what generative AI technology is. They
Mm-hmm.
have different kinds because there are different kinds that's generative AI and the other ones that they call OCR. So that's optical character. Can't think of the last part, but basically that's the one where it can read pictures, you know? So there's different kind of artificial intelligences. That's what I was saying. So we're going to focus on generative AI because there's one where it can read pictures. There's one where it can read the speed. Example is like when your car is driving and you have the speed traps,
Mm-hmm.
that's artificial intelligence because it can read your car speed. Or let's say if the security cameras, when they can
Mm-hmm.
detect your face and it
Mm-hmm.
identifies to say, oh, this person,
Mm-hmm.
um, it says, oh, that's Violet. The
Mm-hmm.
way it knows it, that's like a vision AI, like a visual AI, you know? So it's not creating anything, but it's taking data, which is your image, and
Mm-hmm.
it pulls from some other database which has like the names and it's been trained on things to say, okay, this is
Mm-hmm.
Violet's image and this is Violet, you know? So there's
Mm-hmm.
different kind of artificial intelligences.
So how accurate is it? I mean, can you
So
represent?
that's the importance, I think, of AI literacy because this AI, if you know AI literacy, you know it's not 100% accurate. For me, I don't, it's
Okay.
not 100% accurate. It's very, very, really close to accurate, but not 100%. And especially, let's say with ChatGPT, that's why I want to use those two different tools, ChatGPT and Notebook LM today, because ChatGPT
Mm-hmm.
is not 100% accurate when it comes to generating things. There are times when I've asked it things and it misses, and I have a screenshot of what it is that it messed up on. But
Mm-hmm.
so when you have AI literacy, you understand these things, so you learn how to use AI as a way to help guide you, but it's not something you fully depend on as like, okay, this knows everything. But then there
Mm,
are other tools now because of knowing this, companies that build AI, and we're here
Mm-hmm.
just to learn how to use it, not to build it. But the
Mm-hmm.
companies that build AI now, like some of them are responsible enough where they say, okay, we're going to train this machine to be as accurate as possible, but if it doesn't
mm,
know, let the person know. But
mm,
ChatGPT just gives you answers, you know, and if you learn how to use it and how to ask your questions and also how to fact check it, that's better for you. So, example, say if you're somebody you want to learn information on, I don't know, neuroscience, but you're never a neuroscientist. It'll be very hard for you to tell if it's telling you the fact information, but everything sounds good. So it's as if when you search the internet, you get so many results. That's what
mhm,
ChatGPT is, but it puts it down, it condenses the answer in a
Mm-hmm.
small way for you to read it, but it's all coming from so many information from the internet. You know, that's basically why I say like it's not 100% accurate because it will give you answers, but it's not what you're looking for. But if you learn how to do this thing called prompt engineering, which is the way that you asked it, the way you
Mm-hmm.
prompt the chatbots,
Mm-hmm.
how to answer.
Mm,
Yeah, so you say, oh, okay, give me the answer. We'll go over that one. So that was long with it, but it's not 100%, but there are tools like the one Notebook LM. Those
Mm-hmm.
can be 100% because it's not creating answers, but
Mm.
it's pulling answers from information that you give it. So let's say if
Oh, okay.
you have a long PDF of like 1,000 pages, but you don't want to
Wow.
go over the whole PDF. So there's Google has this thing called Notebook LM. You can put the PDF in there and you
Mm.
ask it questions and it only gives you answers from the PDF. It does not search the internet. If the answer is not in
Mm.
the PDF, it says we don't have it.
Mm.
That one
So
is 100%.
what's the difference between AI and I'm just this is my first time. I've heard
Okay.
about it, and when I go into the Facebook, it pops up and says, "Oh, here are some options. Which one do you want to use as a comment for a picture or whatever?"
Okay, yeah. So
Meta,
that's
meta something.
Meta, yeah. So Meta
Meta.
is also an AI. So
Mm-hmm.
all the companies are now like finding ways to put AI into their um, applications to make it
Mm-hmm.
because AI is, I guess, the hot new thing, you know?
Yeah,
So that
yeah.
is AI. So that one is suggesting to you what it
Mm-hmm.
thinks that you want to post, and it's all based on either if you're somebody who posts a lot, it
Mm-hmm.
trains based on your own behavior. But
Ah.
if you don't post a lot, it first
Mm-hmm.
kind of I guess it's trained, but based off of whether you've posted before or based off of similar people that post like you. So it's thinking, okay, maybe you want to do this, post that.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what it's just giving you suggestions. And when you pick
I
one,
see.
then it says,
Yeah.
okay, she wants this. So that is the AI too, but
Uh-huh.
it's just AI is in so many different things. Like Alexa is AI, like
I know.
even when you're
Alexa,
typing,
yeah.
yeah. And
So you
AI
know
has
that
been
was
around though. AI has been around for a long time. So like when you used to like type emails or anything and you get like the next word suggestion, that's
Mhm.
artificial intelligence because it's guessing
mm,
what the next word is. And that's really what it is.
mm,
Just guessing what the next word is based
Mhm.
off of what's already there. So
Mm.
Facebook, that is a AI as well. And
Yeah,
even what we
that's
have right now, your background that you have on, it's an artificial intelligence, but it's
really.
so many different kinds. Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
With the background and
It's so
everything. But
beautiful.
AI is very like it can be very
So
basic, but also very, very broad. But let's continue on. Oh, you have a question?
Sure.
And then
No, go
okay.
ahead.
okay, so AI literacy basically is for your ability to understand and use and evaluate AI tools effectively. So for you to
Mhm.
know, like when you said, is it 100%? ChatGPT, it's not 100%, but
Mhm.
if you it's really up to you to go and like look at like say like the guideline of the tool, the user
Mhm.
guide to see okay,
Mhm.
how is this built, how is it trained? And the
Mhm.
more you use it, by the way, this document I shared with you all.
Oh,
I see
great.
you
Then I
writing.
don't have to.
I see you writing, but I shared with you. If you go on the screen here, I can attach it to the chat again. But
Okay.
if you
You
look
s-
at the
okay,
screen,
you send it to us.
yeah, I can share it to you, but I think you already have it. But I'll put it in the chat. I'll put it in the chat so it's easy for you to.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm
That way I
sorry.
don't have to write. Yeah. Good
Yeah.
idea. I like to write, I write
Okay, yeah,
it.
you can write too, yeah. Because writing makes it easier for you to remember.
Because sometimes when we have discussions, we share a lot more information, right? So
Yeah.
that might not be in the notes, right?
Okay, yeah. So I think if you click meeting info, the I, meeting
Mm-hmm.
info, it'll bring up information on the meeting and it has an attachment, AI literacy book. Yeah. Click
Where's
meeting
I?
info, like below where it has share, host tools, and meeting info.
Right?
So if you click on meeting info, it'll bring up the meeting information.
Is it under more? Because I see participants chat, react, share, apps.
Apps, record and more. I see more. Right.
Yeah, so should
Huh.
I record docs, notes,
There's not meeting info,
whiteboard? Yeah, no.
Guys, what? What are we looking for?
meeting
Info.
information.
No.
Huh. Okay, that's strange. I thought that okay, so I'll just add it as a file.
Yeah,
Because
okay.
I see it, but it's not coming up for you all.
Mm-mm.
Okay, I'll just add it to the chat right there. Okay. So it's there. You
Okay.
have it? Okay. So I have the book here, but take your notes because I'm saying things outside of I don't even think I really went through the Book,
So
yeah.
how do I save this to go back to it later on after
Um,
the meeting?
I think when you click on it, it'll download on your computer
Yeah,
automatically.
yeah.
So
I'm already down saving it on the
yeah, when you click on
that's
it,
right.
it downloads it
Yeah.
automatically.
Marie, if you want a copy, I can send it.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But so AI literacy basically is your ability to understand how what AI is and the tools, and the more you use it, the better you
Mhm.
get at it. So right now it's like don't even think of how big. I know it's everywhere. It seems like it's everywhere, but just think about okay, what are the things that you're doing right now in
Mhm.
your job or even in your personal life that you feel like,
Mhm.
AI can help out, or especially when things that are repetitive. If you write a lot of documents or if you send a lot of
Yep.
emails, if it's a lot of communication, those are the
Mhm.
things that AI is really, really good at right now, and that's what people are using it for a lot right now. So I guess just like as we're getting started into it, I kind of have an idea, but let me know, how have you all used AI? Or yeah, that's kind
Mhm.
of a question I wanted to understand. Like,
Maybe Violet has used it, but I haven't. I don't know.
oh, you've never used AI?
Unless if I'm searching for information now that I think I'm getting a little knowledge here to say when you searching for something, then they bring you options closer
Mm-hmm.
to what you're looking for. Is that
Yes,
AI?
that is AI. Yep, Google has always been
Uh,
using AI when we
Google,
search.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Google, like when we drive GPS
Yep,
thing,
the map.
that's
Mm-hmm.
the map. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
AI, right?
Yeah, that is AI because you put your destination where it wants to go to and it finds like the best route based
Yeah.
on if you want to go there faster, avoid tolls, use the tools. That's AI.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
That's AI.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So, I mean, I write a lot, like emails to sometimes procedures and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But how do I bring AI into, after I finish writing it, should I bring the AI or
Okay, yeah, and that's something we can go over. You
talk
can
about?
either
Yeah, you
yeah,
can
but
follow this,
you
but
can it depends. So like if you for Google, for example, has a membership where AI workspace, so you can
Mhm.
actually use the AI in your email as you're writing. It can help suggest. But if you
Mhm.
don't have that though, you can take the email
Mhm.
and copy and paste it into ChatGPT, or if it's not Chat, even Google Gemini. Google has something called Gemini, which is a standalone. So Google has so many AI things. Okay, so they have the one that you pay for, which is Workspace. So that's within your email. But if you don't have it within there, you can go on Google Gemini, which is Google's version of ChatGPT. And then you
Mhm.
take the email, like you paste it, and then you can ask it to respond. Like, help me
Okay.
respond in this kind of way, like, or how should I respond? You can ask as simple as like, how should I respond to this,
Mhm.
or to
Mhm.
explain things to you. So that's a
Mhm.
scenario that actually I wanted to come up like of our hands-on later on.
Mhm.
But yeah, so if you write a
Okay.
lot, that's a very good use case for AI because
Mhm.
it's really
Mhm.
trained heavily on writing. And
Mhm.
so I guess like what would you say is your biggest challenge for the work, whether it's work or personal,
Mhm.
like things that you do, whether it's I don't know, communicating with clients or managing documents or things like that. What's some things that you struggle with keeping up with?
Mm,
Anybody has anything you want to share?
I'm just thinking. My main thing is sometimes the grammar and the wording, whether, when I read it, I know that there's something wrong, that
Hmm.
the sentence is not flowing correctly, right? So instead of asking somebody, I can just go to AI and say, "Can you help?"
Yeah. And that is, yeah, that's how I started using it once it came out. Just I was at work, just like, okay, respond this way. Because sometimes even if you know the grammar, you just don't want to think of how to respond.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
I
so
know.
it really can help you out in that way. And then
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
if it doesn't look the way you want it to, you can give it more
Hmm.
information so it can really look the way you want it to, like make it longer, make it shorter.
Hmm.
Okay. Any
But
other?
the other thing, though, here's a question. So if it's a very technical oriented document, right?
Mm-hmm.
Very specific to a patient, or I'm going beyond what I do now, but I'm just asking you because with my past experience, how do you know that it's giving you the right information? So even though there's AI, you have to monitor.
Exactly. And that's very true.
Mhm.
Even though it's AI and everything and it's trained
Mm-hmm.
with a lot of information, you do have to monitor. So if it's something that's not in your field that you understand, what you
Mm,
can do is get out of the AI chatbot and go and search, like
yeah,
the good old ways
right.
that you used to. But
Yeah.
that's if that's like your only option. But if you do have access to somebody who does have that expertise, they can
Mm.
check it to
Okay.
compare. But what I do if it's something I'm not familiar with is I'll just
Mm-hmm.
go and search and compare the information, like, is it to see if it matches
Mm-hmm.
what you search like on Google or any other place that you do search. But
I'm
it's
on a
very
Zoom. Let me
good.
come. Guys, I'll be back. Somebody's here to see me quickly.
Okay.
I'll
Well,
be back.
we'll
No.
continue. All right. Well, we're gonna continue, but
So, yeah, there is something is covering the screen.
oh, okay. I'm sorry. I think it's me.
Oh,
Another
that's
thing
fine.
came.
That's fine. Okay.
Okay, yeah. So you can do that, or then also let me see. You said if oh yeah, something you're not familiar with. Sometimes also when it does that, when I'm looking at something I'm not familiar with, I also ask it to give me the resources. So say if it's a technical document that you have that you're trying to read or that it created for you, which one? If you're trying to read a technical document,
Mm-hmm.
so if you upload it, um well, that's a different one. If it's technical and you can ask it to explain it to you, be like, okay, I don't understand this field information. Can you explain it to me in a way where I can understand? So that's a
Mm.
way for it to explain. But if it's something that the AI created that's very technical,
Mm.
now what I do sometimes is say, give me the resources of where you got this information, and then I
Mm.
click onto it and I go read some
I
more
see.
to see if it matches. And even with that, sometimes the information is there, sometimes it's not, but that's where you can check it. But if it's like something legal or medical, it's definitely always good to do that and then to be for sure have somebody else
Mm-hmm.
check it. If it's something that's going out, that's I guess to make a difference. But yeah, that's a way like I ask it, like, give me your sources. Like, where did you get
Mm-hmm.
this? And it'll give
Mm-hmm.
you the links if it has it. And they
Oh,
should.
that's cool, I think. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's good. Mhm.
Yeah, so what's it called? So AI literacy just helps you understand how the systems work. So I guess as we're talking right now, we're really just kind of going over what AI literacy can do. Like it helps you
Oh,
understand how the
nice.
system works. Like it gives you
Mhm.
information, but like you said, you have to also check it and validate it. But
Mhm.
if it's something that it's in your field, that makes it so much easier. So that's
Mm.
why a lot of people that's why AI really helps you out in something you already do. You can also
Mhm.
use it to learn, but if it's something you already do, it's like your assistant, It's like or your coworker, or you're going back and forth. That's how you should
Yeah.
as a
Yeah.
coworker.
Oh,
But
that's
if it's
cool.
yeah,
Mhm.
and then like and knowing your rights and obligations when interacting with AI. I mean, well,
Mhm.
these are things that are, I guess they're working on. The US kind of wants to get rid of rights and obligations, but the UK is very far ahead of that. They have a lot of like regulations, but the US is still kind of working on that because there
Right.
are a lot of companies that really do use emotion like because they have different chatbots that use emotions where people can connect with them emotionally. So
Mm-hmm.
it really violates it because it doesn't tell the person that this is AI. And if
Yeah.
you're aware of it, but
If
as we
you're
know, not
not,
everybody is aware, and then they tend to like get really connected to a machine emotionally. So that's a whole different thing. But like, okay, so recognizing when you interact with AI system, it is an AI. It's not like your doctor. Like
mm-hmm.
just to know that stuff. And then while we're at it, I do want to say when you're be aware of the risk associated with AI,
Mm-hmm.
like sharing your personal data and information. So if it's a document that you want to put up, for
Mm-hmm.
me, the best practice that I think is to always remove personal information. If you don't care that your name is on there, that's fine. But
Mm-hmm.
even though companies sometimes they say, oh, we don't share information, yada yada yada. I never share my information with the AI. So like if it's social security or addresses, like remove it. You can
Mm-hmm.
if you want it to like put it in place, you can just like type a fake one.
Mm-hmm.
But usually like recently like what I did was I took a blood test and I uploaded the blood test
Mm-hmm.
into ChatGPT. But first I just crossed out my name, addresses, and all that stuff. But it
Uh-huh.
was actually pretty good because I just wanted it to like give me the blood test results and like recommendation.
Mhm.
I had a meeting already with the doctor and they told me information and it told me the same thing the doctor said. But now
Really?
I can chat and ask some more questions. Like,
Mhm.
okay, what kind of food should I eat to increase that? And it's like
Mhm.
basically
Oh, that's cool.
yeah, so
Yeah.
these are yeah, so it's really good ways to use AI. It's not just for work, but even like maintaining like managing your health. So
Mhm.
the reason
Mhm.
why I say that is like remove your personal information, especially if it's like
Mhm.
blood tests
Mhm.
or even finances. Like I've uploaded my credit report, bank statements to understand because some things like it really helps out with those things, but just beware not to share your personal information. I'm
Right.
not saying that it's gonna be bad, but just it's better to be safe than sorry.
Right.
Or especially if it's a company thing, you don't want to share your
Mhm.
company's personal data, but you still want to get the work done.
Mhm.
Understanding the implications. So that's implications of AI. That's all. Like, just know that the like there's no way that they're training the AI on things and
Mhm.
not using data. So if you're giving it data, that's how it
Mhm.
gets better. So just know like, okay, let me be aware of what data I'm giving it. Okay, so so this is all I guess let me just go through all these like real quick, like why it's important. I think AI literacy is essential for individuals because it will help you. The more you use it responsibly, you'll
Mhm.
see how you can get it done faster, get things done faster and faster. Like me,
Okay.
for example, this whole document, although like I put my thoughts down on like what I want to like teach and everything, and I've worked on it here and there, but like you said, like to put it in grammar and to like format it and everything,
Mhm.
like it helped me
Mhm.
to do this.
Even formatting too?
Exactly. It helps with
Oh, that's
formatting
one.
and things like that. Like not formatting like say oh the heading and things like that, but just like how
Mhm.
to lay out your information, you
Yeah.
know? So like I didn't have it like all clean, like flow like this. Because like my thoughts
Mhm.
were just kind of like everywhere and like so like it put it in a flow of how to
Mm.
present information. And it
Mm.
can really do that like really well. Like
So if we have information, like if it's a draft and if the information is all over the place,
yeah,
will it sort it out? Will
it
it
really
find
can.
the areas that,
Yeah,
wow.
it can help to sort it out when it drafts. So you can literally take like a draft document that you have,
Uh-huh.
upload it.
Uh-huh.
ChatGPT is still kind of, I think when you're on the desktop, it
Mm.
does that really well. On the app phone, it not does so well.
Mhm.
But Google Docs, no,
Yeah.
Gemini, I think theirs does a lot better when it comes
Mm.
to formatting your document, your draft
Mhm.
whole
Okay,
document.
good to know.
Yeah, but
Okay.
with
But with the
ChatGPT,
Google, the Gemini is already there, right?
well, Google Gemini, it's two different things. So let me show you. Can you see this other screen that just says Google?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this is just to show the difference. This is Gemini, the
Mm-hmm.
standalone Gemini.
Oh,
All right.
so how do I get in my computer? Just go in and type Gemini?
Yeah, gemini.google.com. Long as you have a Google email, you have it. And I already put all the resources for, I think the ones I'm talking about,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
they're in this document down below. So this is
Mm-hmm.
Gemini, but then the one
Oh,
that's in Workspace,
uh-huh.
the one that's a paid one, that
Right.
one is I happen to have it not paid because I get early onto these things. Like for me, technology, as you guys know, like I'm very interested in it. So as soon as they released it, they let people just try it for fun, for free at the time. So I didn't realize it's something they were going to charge later on. So I was already playing with it and everything. So I guess they saw me as like a user that's like very early. So they allow me to
Uh-huh.
just keep testing it as like one of the users to help them build it.
Uh-huh.
But this is the one that's on the thing. Like, so see, for example, here, right? So this is
Mm-hmm.
the Ask Gemini that's on Workspace here. So with this one here, what it can, like when you were saying it can help you, like, it can help with like drafting if you have like a draft to like really formalize it, it can do that. So one thing's like, say if I highlight this,
Mm-hmm.
it comes up here, the right, and you can modify it. So it can elaborate, make it formal, make it shorter, rephrase it. Or this when you click on this one here, this chat here, you can have a conversation, like ask anything on the document. So, and it gives you suggestions to like what are the objectives of AI literacy training.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so when you click on that, but what it does with this one, the difference between this one and ChatGPT is that it just looks at the document and gives you the answer.
I
So all
see.
this, it pulls from my document.
Oh.
Imagine if it was like a very long document, like this would be good to like, search information without having to go through the whole document.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it says objectives are understanding AI and everything. So we're about to run, let me see, running out of time. So I guess it's almost time for like our break. So if it does cut out, we'll just take like a 10-minute break and come back.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's this. And then, but with Gemini, let me see, let me just go through quick because then I'll show like the actual tools.
Mm-hmm.
So understanding what AI literacy is, let me see. So if it cuts out, we'll just take a 10-minute break and I'll send a message on the chat, like WhatsApp to come back. And
So can we use the same link, right?
yeah, same link. We use the same link to come back. Yeah. And the key reasons why AI is important because let me see, literacy is important, informed decision making. Because like say if you have it can like the tool Notebook LM, AI can
Mm-hmm.
really help you make decisions on things that you can't really think of because the machine can think of so many more different scenarios than you can. So if you use the reliable tools like
Mm-hmm.
Notebook LM will, like it's shown me like so many different scenarios, like, oh, I didn't think about that, how to like combine scenarios and things like that. And
Mm-hmm.
then nowadays with the way, the workforce is, it's like I think it's a good thing to know. It's not everything, and I just want to say that not every single job will need AI, but it's a good thing if you're somebody, I guess, who works with information.
Mm-hmm.
I think
Yeah.
it's a plus, whether it's your job directly works with AI or you can use AI to make your job
Mm-hmm.
work better.
Mm.
And then
So can I
just
use like, can I edit the resume and can I get help?
yeah, you can. Yeah,
Yeah.
I've used it to edit my resume and everything too, but at the same time,
Okay.
it's like it's since you're not a resume professional, you may not
Uh-huh.
know, okay, this is what they want out there, but it does help me, edit my resume. Or it
Mm-hmm.
helps
And
me to
also
think of,
some of the wording, right? I
yeah,
mean, we wouldn't even think about it and then it can
exactly.
replace it with the better wording or whatever. Yeah. Okay,
Exactly. Yeah,
cool.
like I've pulled up some job descriptions that they have. And I said,
Mm-hmm.
okay, look at this job description and this is my resume. How can I update my resume to match the job
Mm-hmm.
description? So you can do things like that.
Okay, cool.
So there's like it can really generate, let's say like generative AI, like do that
Yeah.
for you. Like it
Generative.
can you can give it two different documents and see how it can merge it and update things based on other information.
Mm-hmm.
So that's I guess key reasons why it's important. And then we've kind of gone over what artificial intelligence is, I think, but the definition of it is like it's a technology that allows computers and machines to like copy and imitate how we think and learn, but
Mm-hmm.
just like at a very faster pace, you know? While we have a great, creativity and we can make decisions, the machine can do it like faster and more, than we can. But the
Mm-hmm.
best part is to know that, like, we're still valuable because while the machine can give you things that sounds right, it may not be right for the scenario. Like for example, if you ask like, oh, hey, what should somebody, I don't know, what should somebody, I don't know, help to lower their blood pressure? It might say, oh yeah, they should take this, take that, take that. But if they don't know that this person allergic to certain ingredients, now they're
Yeah.
wrong. So that's why the human, like,
Need.
it's really good. Yeah, the human is still needed,
Mm-hmm.
but that's AI really does imitate our decision making just at a much faster pace. So
Mm-hmm.
a lot of devices we already use already have it. Alexa, the phones. If your
It's
phone can answer
scary.
things, it's scary, but it's not that scary.
This word they said being a self-driving. No, not
Oh
that one.
yeah,
They
yeah, the
can act
self-driving cars.
independently, replacing the need for human intelligence. No. Oh
No,
my
I mean,
God.
I mean, yeah,
Violence, how about that?
yeah,
Replacing
that's why,
your
yeah, replace,
intelligence.
yeah, they can act independently, and they can. Some of them they're trained well enough to act independently without us. Like, and that's true. Some companies are going to say, "Oh, no, AI is not going to replace you." AI are replacing jobs, but they're also creating jobs too. But for me, I guess I don't like to approach it like to be scared of it because I
That's
guess
your
you can embrace
granddaughter,
it.
right?
You can embrace it
Yeah.
and let it help you out. Or you know what, forget this stuff. I'm gonna go to a field where AI is not gonna be, and I'm gonna go farm and build, like make food, and people need food every day, all day. So I don't know. There are many fields where AI is going to interrupt, and then
Mm-hmm.
there are many others that it's not. you know?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
like you can be afraid of it or you can, not be afraid of it. It's all your decision.
Yeah, yeah, it's just I think it has positive things, so you have to use it,
Hmm.
but be cautious, right?
Exactly. That's the thing. Yeah. If you're going to use it though, it's very
Hmm.
important to
Yeah,
understand it. Like AI
yeah,
literacy, I think it's very important to understand. If you're going to use it, you have to understand it.
yeah.
It's
And I
kind of
think
like
if we use it, it helps us a lot too.
exactly. It's kind of like, okay, I'm gonna drive a car, but I don't know how to actually drive a car. It doesn't make sense, you know? Like,
Hmm.
okay,
Yeah,
we can, I
that's
don't
true.
know,
Yeah.
just learn and learn it, like you're gonna,
Mhm.
okay, my car needs gas, but you don't know what kind of, like, what gas is. You're gonna put water in the car or you actually need gas, you know? So, like, if you're going to use it, understand how to use it.
Mhm.
But it will take jobs. That's, they're not gonna lie to me about that. That's all.
Really, what do you mean by it will replace?
Like I think some jobs, AI will take some jobs, especially jobs like where machines can like build things or even like with
Hmm.
developers now, because AI like in technology,
Hmm.
tech was very safe, but like people who develop like the coders and everything, AI is learning how to code very well too. That's why, our president's best friend, Elon Musk, fires people because AI can code.
Oh,
But no,
Lord.
this is not a political thing. No, no, no. But I'm just saying, like, AI,
No, for example, it's
for
just
example,
us
yeah.
talking. Yeah.
Or even like eventually, like self-driving cars, like in California, they have
Yeah, in San Francisco, when we were there, I saw cars driving.
driving, yeah. So
Wow.
now Uber
And you're
drivers are
like, oh
coming
my
out.
God, I don't want to go near it.
Yeah, but it's like people are taking these cars that are just
Yeah,
nobody's driving it, just a machine. So now it's going to compete with Uber drivers probably to get paid less,
yeah,
and that's
yeah.
just a fact. But
Mhm.
now it's challenging us humans to be even more creative, unfortunately, to like, I don't know, maybe take care of each other and create jobs that are helping each other out.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I
Got it.
guess even for me, this is like a whole new thing to train people with AI. I never thought about this, but like here it is,
Yep, yep.
Yeah, so examples of how we can help you out. Let me see before the hands-on. Let me see.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think we've kind of okay, practical. So examples of how it can help you out is just like, it can recommend things like you were saying that Facebook help recommend
Mhm.
messages to send, but then also in a thing for doctors, it can really help the doctors out because doctors see a lot of patients, so
Mhm.
if they use AI tools that can help them with the recommendation, and there's a
Mhm.
guideline with the AI tool where it just sticks to like that information,
Mhm.
it can just help them with that instead of them having to like think so much for so many patients and
Mhm.
automate your email sorting. That's something that
Yeah.
it does with email if you have it there, and even writing emails and then virtual assistants like Siri and Alexa.
Mhm.
They have AI and Amazon just updated Alexa to like really have conversations with you back and forth, like the
Mhm.
way ChatGPT does. And I'll
Mhm.
show you that you can talk to it back and forth. Like,
Really.
and it can
So do
continue the
you
conversation.
have to download the ChatGPT in your computer, or how does it show up?
It works on your computer as in you can go on the computer,
Uh-huh.
on the web browser, ChatGPT
Then,
online. On your phone, you can download the app. If you don't have the app, you can just go on the website on your phone too. So they make it work
wow,
anywhere. So
Jesus.
ChatGPT or Google Gemini too. So
Yeah, I wrote it down both.
yeah,
So
and then
I'm
facial
going to
recognition on
experiment
your
it.
phones. Like
Mm-hmm.
when like my phone unlocking it, it's a facial recognition, so that's AI as well. Smart home
Mm-hmm.
devices, you can have to go in your house, you can put the code in. That's smart AI. Like if it knows that you're coming in close,
Mm-hmm.
with your phone, like it unlocks the door or like turn on the lights, turn the lights down, turn lights on and off and everything and the temperature. So they have that
We're
with,
going to get lazy.
yeah. We are gonna get lazy. That's sure. But if you don't want to be lazy, don't do it. I don't there's a market for it, but that's what AI is. It's everywhere, you
Oh,
know?
uh-huh.
But smart homes and devices, personalized recommendation, online shopping. Amazon already has this where it suggests things to you that you may want to shop for
Mm-hmm.
based on things you already bought. And then even the navigation app, like I notice like when I'm on my app, as soon as I open up the map, if it's the morning time, it tells me going to work because it knows in the morning I'm going to work. So now it gives me the address, the direction. Like All I have to do is click on.
Because you have the Google Gemini, right? Is that
No,
right?
no, no. So that's separate. So these are just like all things that are separate from ChatGPT or
Uh,
everything. So just like showing examples of AI in our lives that's we are
uh-huh.
already using. So this is just
Got it.
Google Maps. Like on Google Maps, I just noticed like not even just